What's going on, my people? This is the MMA and Boxing Addicts channel, and we're here today on Sunday morning to recap the beautiful, amazing fights that we had over the weekend, my friends. Starting off with Friday night, Aiden Ross's boxing fights, you guys. I know, man, if you're not into that and that's not your cup of joe, wow. I'm just here to tell you guys that Rolly Romero, the man who just beat Ryan Garcia in the main event for the Fatal Fury Times Square card, was commentating along with Aiden Ross and Neon, my friends. Man, it was just all over the place. I'm gonna show you a clip of the type of guys that were fighting. You had this guy who was fighting, humping the floor.
Boom! Oh! It's over. Hey! What the f? Damn, why is he dancing like that? What the? What the? Yeah! It took 1K for me to doing this. So, 1,000. Thank you. My man. Come on, Rolly. I'll split it with you too. Yeah!
And then you had the Island Brothers going at it, fighting against each other, my friends.
Which one came out the closet first?
No. What if they just kiss, bro? I'll be so mad, bro. What if they just start like making out?
Man, I'm jumping in the ring and fighting both of them. Yeah, and the referee too. I might fight the ref for letting it go on.
I'll come with you. Hey, let me ask you this: How much did they get paid for this?
I don't know. I don't do the money shit.
When are you ready? Damn!
Bro, what the fuck are we watching, bro? Are they even gonna try on? There's
I know he better not fight me like that.
Wait, hold on.
They playing. Oh, he done kicked it. They playing. This some bullshit.
Nah.
Hey, I know he better not fight me like that.
What would you do?
Uppercut him. He better not run in with his hand down, fight me like that. Say right.
Absolutely hilarious, my friends. And then we go into Saturday. What an absolutely amazing heavyweight fight we had with all British fighters taking place in London between Davey Allen and Johnny Fisher.
Dave Allen here. Can he follow up? Fisher needs to come in. His legs are gone.
It was the number 2 rematch, and oh my goodness, what an amazing performance from Davey Allen, sleeping Johnny Fisher in round 5 with the second left. They literally threw in the towel before the fight even ended. Davey Allen with a Mike Tyson style hooks, lands a clean left hook, boom, absolutely sleeps Johnny Fisher. And I'm telling you guys right now, man, shout out to him for having the respect of not show baiting, because, you know, these guys are friends. But damn, revenge is sweet, my guys, because everybody knows Johnny Fisher won the first fight. And for Davey Allen to get it done like this, having dropped him once and then finishing the fight like this, absolutely amazing. I can't wait to see Davey Allen fight again. Now, I would like to see this guy go up a top 20 opponent now, my friends. You know what I mean? He's going to keep on moving up in the rankings. Let's see if Davey Allen can come over here to the U.S. and start to make a run for himself once again, my friends. Hey, then at nighttime, you had UFC Fight Night taking place at the Apex in Las Vegas, the main event. It was an absolutely amazing card, you guys. The prelims, finish after finish after finish. Then you go to the main event between Gilbert Burns, the number 8th ranked fighter in the welterweight division, versus Michael Morales in the 12th ranked fighter in the welterweight division, you guys. And what an amazing performance Morales had going in there against a guy who gave Khamzat Chimaev a run for his fight. If you guys don't remember, Gilbert Burns has already dropped Kamaru Usman when he fought against the welterweight champion of the world. He lost that fight, and then he fought against, not back to back, but he's fought against Khamzat Chimaev and just gave him one of the best fights that anybody in the UFC has gave Khamzat Chimaev. Now, you guys, what Michael Morales was able to do to Gilbert Burns was nothing but extraordinary. This guy has absolutely amazing power. The question is, was that Gilbert Burns? just an old Gilbert Burns, a man that's already been defeated, a guy who just, wasn't feeling it. Going into this fight, I felt like Gilbert Burns is just not the same Gilbert Burns that we used to see. I think the punches and the knockouts are finally getting to him. I think it's mentally affecting him, and every single time he gets inside that ring, it's just not the same. But dude, Michael Morales, man, this guy undefeated. He's a problem for anybody in the welterweight division. Now I'm pretty sure he's gonna go up to rank number 8. Dude, so many people he could fight. That weight class is so stacked that every single person in the top 8, you could make an argument to be fighting for the championship fight. And then to make things even better in the UFC, my friends, they decide to finally start signing a bunch of fighters. Patchy Mix is in the UFC, you guys. He's not the only PFL fighter that the UFC has recently signed. Patricio Pitbull has been signed as well. You guys, Aaron Pico is coming as well. Dude, Patchy Mix in the UFC is an absolutely amazing addition. He's on a 7-fight win streak. Guys, he's the former Bellator bantamweight champion of the world. When PFL acquired Bellator, he fought one time in 2024. Then that's the issue. He's only fought one time since 2023. And he's going to be taking on Mario Batista, who's also in the 7-fight win streak in the UFC, who's coming off that fight against Jose Aldo in a fight where a lot of people got pissed off at Mario. But at the end of the day, he was getting his ass beat stand up. So I understand the game plan that Batista ended up having to use against a guy like Jose. But you guys, what on 3-week notice, what an appearance that we're going to be getting from an absolute world-class fighter from another organization, Patchy Mix, coming to the UFC, my friends. And last but not least, what a night for Fernando Vargas Jr., my friends. When it comes to boxing, he took on Korea. Now, I know he's not the best boxer. 23 and the 7 losses already. Not the best. But what Vargas Jr. did to him was absolutely dramatic fashion KO, my friends. I mean, dude, you see Vargas hopping to the ropes after. He's jumping around everywhere. The crowd is going absolutely crazy. He is the oldest son of Fernando Vargas Sr., the 2-time light middleweight champion of the world, a guy who's faced Felix Trinidad, Oscar De La Hoya. I mean, dude, them 3 in the stage after, you had Emilio Vargas right there looking fresh. These guys, man, the Vargas dynasty trying to chase big fights, saying nobody wants to face him at 154 pounds. I'll fight anybody. Now, he needs to calm down, because don't forget, Terrence Bud Crawford's a 154 pounder. Even though he's going to 168 to fight Canelo, still. Anyways, though, I do love the call-outs with Xander Zayas and Sebastian Fundora. I think those fights are tough matchups for him, because in this fight with Korea, there was times where, he was getting hit. Defensively, he's not the most sound boxer, but offensively, he's one of the most exciting boxers in boxing right now, you guys. And I love the thought of a Xander Zayas fight. Puerto Rico, undefeated, versus Mexican American, undefeated. You got these things going on. You got the background story of Xander Zayas. You got the background story of Fernando Jr. Now that 2 undefeated fighters, I love that matchup, and I think Xander Zayas could beat a guy like Fernando Vargas Jr. So I respect the callouts, my guys. Hey, what an absolutely amazing weekend we had for UFC and boxing. You got a tough season coming back with head coaches Chael Sonnen and DC. Absolutely amazing stuff, my guys. Hey, like and subscribe, my people, and I'm out.